So in a previous video about 2 weeks ago, we talked about this sub being the best rated sub on Amazon by far with over 21,000 reviews. But they have a little bit of, I don't want to say misconception going on, but maybe it's misconception. So this is actually I have my cheat sheet here. This is the Eris Sub 8. It's a compact 8-inch subwoofer. Now, emphasis on compact because it's a studio subwoofer that's meant mostly to be paired with some of their other monitor speakers on a desk setup. But it also says it can be used for home theater and has home theater connections, which is what I listened to this sub for, was home theater. I disconnected all of my subs, and if you're familiar with my channel, we know I have some really big subs in here, and went into this smallest sub. This is the smallest sub in the room by far. And it actually packs a punch. I'm just gonna go right there and say it. I'm actually impressed with not only the amount of output that it has, but how low it actually digs. Now it says 30 hertz on their website and in the specs, but I'd say in-room response is a little bit better than that. You're not gonna reach anywhere near 20 hertz, but you'll get to 25 or 26. And it has some really usable output. Being a studio monitor, there are a lot of perks for using this as a home theater subwoofer. Typically studio monitors or studio subs have a little more cleaner sound because people are going to pair this with really nice bookshelf monitor speakers for audio engineering. Maybe you make beats, maybe you make music and you want a sub to fill in that low end. This is great for that. So it needs to be accurate because of that. So this is a really musical sub. 8-inch subs are pretty good for music because they're a smaller driver. This is really good for home theater because it's so accurate, it's tight. If you listen to music, this is a really good sub to use for even a 2-channel setup in your home like mine. Not just a 2-channel desk setup, but just a 2-channel setup in general. Actually does very, very good for that. Now, one thing I don't like about this subwoofer is the LED light on the front. I just can't stand when manufacturers put big, bold, blue LED lights on the front, because if you do use this for home theater, it does glow in the dark, obviously, and it is a distraction. Now, a lot of people like their lights to shine so they can see all their equipment. Like, for example, Emotiva puts all their lights on the front. And then receivers, of course, lights on the front. So maybe it doesn't bother you, but for me, I want my sub to be hidden. Now, you can easily put black electrical tape on it and you're good to go, but I don't want to have to if I don't have to. I do like the slot port because it allows more placement options. If you're going to use this for probably what it's intended to be used for, which is under your desk or something nearby, you're probably going to put this against the wall or against your feet or something like that. So having it under the desk, under the seat or against the wall does reinforce some bass, but because the port is not on the back, it's not really a negative bass boost, if that makes any sense. All the air comes from the front, so you can place it closer to the wall without too many consequences. So that's really nice to have. Now, it's a pretty solidly built sub, to be surprised. Actually, for $200, you get a pretty hefty 8-inch sub. It's really well made, pretty healthy weight. We have this kind of, I don't know what material this is on the front, this little grill here. Looks like it could be removable if you tried. And then it's just MDF wood all the way around, but it's solidly built and really airtight around it. So that's really nice too. The connections are really good too. You have options to connect a guitar or whatever to this, or a receiver, or if you're using powered monitors, you can have a sub out to this. There's a lot of connectivity options on this as well. So it actually is a really good sub. So I see where it gets its ratings from. Now, is it the best sub? Absolutely not. Of course it's not. Look at it. There are a billion subs out there that are way better than this. But the versatility of this and the smallness of it is awesome. You can get a few of these and have a really nice home theater. If you have an apartment size home theater like me, I'm in an apartment, so my living room is really small. Perfect. Get 2 or 3 of those. Perfect. You have a bedroom setup, hide it away. It's perfect. And if you have a desk setup, it makes sense like this. I have a desk setup, so I thought about keeping it, but I don't know that I will. I'm not sure yet. But it is actually a really, really good sub and has really clean audio. I can't complain about the audio sides of things. Of course, it doesn't dig very deep, but it's an 8-inch sub, which is not very big. It's not a big sub, and of course, when it comes to physics, you just need a bigger box to get deeper bass, and it's a small, compact sub for a reason. But for what it is, it actually is very, very powerful. It does sound very, very good, and it did sound very good for music and movies. I was very impressed on the movie side. I didn't expect much on the movie side, but it did deliver the goods for the most part. So it's a good sub. I would give it 5 stars out of 5 too. if you buy this with the right expectations, if you think you're going to get this and then blow your house apart, well, then you're going to give it a 1 star, because it's not going to do that. But if you buy it for what it's intended for, use it how it's intended, and if you use it for your desk, it's a 5 star out of 5 subwoofer. Very solid. So I kind of wonder what their speakers are like too. I may have to pick up a pair of those and see how they all pair nicely together. But really good sub. I like its versatility, being able to be a desk sub or a home theater sub or just a music sub in general. Relatively light, so it's easy to move around if you need to. And then it's easy to use. All the connections are in one spot. They're labeled well. They tell you what they do. Nothing too crazy. I like the port being on the front. Allows for placement. It's a good sub. They did a good job. Again, this is Eris Sub 8. You can get it on Amazon right now. PreSonus store. I think PreSonus is the company, and this is the Eris Sub 8 as the model name. So really cool sub. I bought this on my own. I didn't get it sent to me, so I was curious, why is this rated so highly? And I kind of know now. It's actually a really good sub. So I think you guys, if you're in an apartment or a small bedroom home theater, something really small, or you have a 2-channel setup and you don't really like subwoofers in your setup anyway, this may be something to take a look at, because it will fill in the bottom end pretty nicely. Doesn't dig very deep, but a lot of music doesn't go below 30 hertz anyway, unless it's synthesized most of the time. So not a bad sub at all. So I definitely understand its 5 star or 4.5 star rating right now on Amazon for $199.99. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Amazon's best rated sub. Let me know down below in the comment section if you guys have any other speakers, subwoofers, receivers that are rated really highly that you want me to test. Let me know what you see on Amazon. I'll be more than happy to try to purchase it for us and make a review on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year, and we will see you in the next video. Kpaceguy out. Peace.
Say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.